Hey, what's up, my fellow music lovers? Your personal rock and roll emissary, the Ferg, here to tell you that I recently got the amazing opportunity to spend a couple hours with Jackson, Tennessee's own premier rock and roll and heavy metal band, Insect to Monarch. And they granted me a full interview. Would you like to see it? What's that? You said yes. Well, here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your rock and roll emissary, the Ferg, here from Static Shift Radio and Real Rock Nights. And I've got a real treat for you guys tonight. Tonight, I'm here with Insect to Monarch Band. And you know what? I'm going to ask the questions, and they're going to tell me all about it.
The following broadcast has been rated R by the Motion Picture Broadcasting Company.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Hey, guys, first of all, thanks for doing this. Thanks for spending your time. Thanks for coming out and taking time with me tonight. Now, throughout West Tennessee and the Jackson area, you guys have quite a good following. You know, you guys are pretty well known around in this area. You've got a solid fan base. But for those who don't know the band, who may be watching, go around the room, introduce yourselves and your role in the band.
Yo, what up? It's your boy James here. I'm a guitar player. And yeah. And who is this little sexy beast right here?
Jesus.
Come on now.
I'm Michael.
Stuff to do.
I play the vocal cords.
Pretty spot on.
So yeah.
I'm Trip. I slap at the bass.
I'm Scotty. I play the cymbals.
And I'm Matt, and I play the leftover guitar parts.
Well, very good, guys. I think that's a great introduction for those who don't know you. Tell me, when did Insect to Monarch officially form as a band? And
that's a great question. Matt?
You're the only one that know the answer.
So we used to have this project called Caskets and Cures, and we released 2 albums under that, and then we disbanded and recreated. We recreated the band as Insect to Monarch with just me and Matt, and at the time we were just producing music just to produce it. And then we got to the point where we had all this music and no way to perform it live because we didn't have other dudes. So that's where all these other folks came in.
So how long has the current band lineup been together? All you guys?
40 years.
The current band lineup is pretty fairly, I don't know. Scotty's the newest. So,
I don't know when it was.
but he was a vocalist for a band called Artifice, which did lots of awesome, cool stuff.
Absolutely.
And
Current lineup's been like 4 years.
and
okay, 4 years with the current.
and
Okay.
Scotty also produced our last EP, so he fell right into place. He already knew the music mostly, so that's where that comes in. James, when did you join?
I started in. What was it? 22? Because we were at the time Grenade Parade at the
about
time.
4 years ago, yeah.
I think it was 22.
We had a temporary different name because we had so many different members for a little while that we just figured we would go and be a different name for a little while. And then we got one of our original drummers back for a little while. So we had 3 out of the 5 members of Insect to Monarch. So we pushed that. Plus we had all the merch. We had all the web pages and all that stuff set up. So it was easy just to go right back to it.
Heck yeah.
And then by that time we had already had Trip, right? And James too. But we had
We had Nick.
we had Nick Yates, who plays with Hindsight Hero. We had him for a little while playing guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Nick. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a little. I think we have the right lineup now but we went through a lot of changes to get to where we're at.
Heck yeah.
I've always had really great musicians play with me. Matt Thomas, my old bass player, shout out to him. That's a good dude. But you know, right now we're rocking the MVPs right now. So
Well, you guys definitely sound like you play great together and sound like you guys have been playing for a while together. How'd you come up with the name Insect to Monarch, though? That's actually kind of a real creative name.
well, we narrowed it down to like 5.
Yeah, and then he called me one day, and he was like, "Man, what do you think about insects and monarchs?" I'm like, "Man, we just got out of a band called Caskets and Cures. Can we trade the and for something else?
Yeah,
What about insect to monarch and drop the s's?"
that sounds right.
And then that's what he said. He's like, "Yeah, let me think about that. That sounds good."
Yeah,
And that's basically how that happened.
yeah.
So all name credit due to Matt.
All right.
Technically, Matt chose the name.
So Matt does more than just slap around on the bass and the extra guitar parts.
Yeah, I run my mouth sometimes. So
Shade
out there
there.
every now and then. I felt it. I felt it. Temperature got real cool over here.
Well, you guys play rock and roll and metal with a very modern style. Who were your musical influences?
Personally, I always listen to Tool, Deftones. I like all the off timing, weird stuff, man. The long, drawn out stuff, and I like the heavier stuff too, like Pantera. So if you take Pantera and you take those kind of guttural screams and stuff, and you mix it with Tool and some lighter stuff like Deftones, you get where we're kind of at. So, or vocally for me, I don't know like as far as their influences go, but vocally for me, those are the main 3 right there. So
I'm a huge Sam Rivers fan from Limp
Okay.
Bizkit.
I like Carnival.
I had a lot of different influences, but Kill Switch Engage and All That Remains were probably some of the biggest ones in my earlier years.
Okay. All right.
oh yeah,
Heck yeah.
He's got a
Yeah, it's
James,
it's kind of hard for me to say because I've always been big '80s fan.
Right.
Motley Crue is like my favorite band ever.
yes,
Like I have a lot of taste for Motley Crue, Rat, Def Leppard, all that kind of music, but I can't really say that I have any influence for what we play.
Well, a lot of those bands have had a resurgence with all the concerts and sold out shows that they've been doing. This generation's been picking back up on 80s music. So I definitely wouldn't shy away from that as an influence. I think that's pretty cool. You've released 3 EPs so far. So let's talk about some of your songs. Your most recent single, Haunt Me, that's actually set to go with some new material you're working on. Isn't that right, Mike?
yeah, correct. We're doing a whole kind of horror themed album, so each song will be kind of its own little separate scary story, if you will. We did the vampire rock opera. We just finished that one. I cannot wait to promote that one. It's probably one of the favorite songs that we've ever done, honestly, just because it's so different. And then we just recorded one with him playing some banjo and doing some steel guitar. So we're gonna have some southern style metal.
Swamp Core.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, is that the word? I don't really. Okay, all right. It's all over the place, man. And of course you got Haunt Me. So we've got 3 that are pretty much done, and then we're working on the rest. Once we get a couple, maybe 3 more, we'll drop the EP.
You guys shot the video for Haunt Me at Hillside Terror.
Right.
Talk about the decision
I'm
and
rocking the
the
hat.
inspiration behind that. Talk about, yeah.
Shout out Hillside Terror. Well, I mean,
It just kind of made sense.
production value wise, I mean, Clint Plunk is one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. He runs the place, he owns the place, and he gave us he was happy to give us permission to shoot there, and we promote him, he promotes us. It's a good time. So I mean, the setting was already there. Why not use it? Made sense.
It kind of just made sense. Got a song called Haunt Me. Why not film a video at a haunted attraction.
Heck yeah. And in that video, dude, you guys were in such a cramped space, but you didn't flinch. You guys rocked it out.
Yeah.
Talk about that experience, because I've seen the video. And for those who haven't, by the way, get on YouTube, look up the video for Haunt Me, Insect to Monarch. Check it out tonight, by the way. But in that video, it's like you guys are in such a cramped space, but y'all just kept rocking it out, man. Talk about
I think Mike Robinson did a real good job.
Right.
And kind of like coaching us into what looked best through his eyes. And, you know, we've actually played music with him before. And so me and Mikey really trust his opinion. And so it came out.
I don't know if you're not familiar with Mike Robinson. He runs Black Oak Productions with his wife, and they do a phenomenal job. And he was with Midlife Riot and did some shows with us. In fact, he was our drummer for a little while, for a very brief period. We wrote some really off the wall but really cool stuff.
I still listen to it sometimes.
But yeah, Mike Robinson, super cool cat, man.
I think he's in Burnt Witch now.
Yep. Burnt Witch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just started hearing them, but I didn't know who was in that band or what they're
drumming for those guys.
Yeah, definitely. And I one other word I have for that video is hot. If you watch that video,
That's what I was about to say. It was so
my
hot.
face was so red in that video. Like there was no amount of like editing that was gonna take.
Yeah.
how
Once
red
take
my
one was
face
done, there was no fixing it. You know, it was just sweaty, wet.
Like, we're just gonna look like we're in a sauna. It's fine. But yeah, it was hotter than it should have been that day. But yeah, good times.
Chrysalis is one of your earlier songs. It appears to be a song kind of like a soul searching song, you know, about awaiting interchange or transformation. Talk about writing that song, and then I want to talk to you about something interesting you do there.
It's been a while since we. Give me that one. It's been a while since we visited that song. I mean, we still play it. I think is it still in our set, or did we take it out recently?
No, it's not on the set anymore. It should be.
Yeah, it was always one of my favorites, and that song's kind of like, it's pretty obvious that song's about a metamorphosis and like a transition from wherever we were at that time to wherever we were headed, either musically or whatever was going on in our life. You know what I mean? So that song's pretty on the nose, but it's a good song.
It was really around the first time when I got my first 7-string and started experimenting with lower tunings and just a 7-string in general. And that's one of the first riffs that came out that I really dug and just really held on to. And then I showed it to Mikey, and you know, he loved it. He immediately started writing lyrics, and it just came together so easily.
I guess I'm gonna have to learn that one.
Heck yeah. Get on it, dude. Get
Yeah,
on
right?
it tonight. You know. Well, after the guitar solo on that song, in the midst of the heavy bass and drum rhythm, there's a short part that if people really listen, you slipped in an acoustic guitar in there. And I think that's kind of genius and unique, like the metamorphosis of the song. Talk about that. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, with such a low guitar tone in the song, I think we just wanted to change it up, and so I think one of the first suggestions was an acoustic guitar, and so we just pulled it out and we went with it, and then we immediately liked it, so it stayed.
You can't be metal all the time, bro. You can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take it back to that melodic, place of what's the word I'm looking for?
Peacefulness.
There you go. That's a good one. Not the one I was looking for, but that's a good one. Let's go with that one. It's just like you can't be all growls and all screams all the time. It's cool, but sometimes people want to understand the lyrics, and sometimes people want to sing along, and people can't sing along to that stuff sometimes.
Oh, I totally agree.
You gotta. We try to stay. What would you say, like 70-30 on the singing to screaming?
That's about right.
Yeah. you got to maintain balance, man. Everything's about balance.
Well, I just thought that was pretty unique and pretty cool, especially a song about metamorphosis and things like that. And hopefully your fans picked up on that too. And so don't mind me. I like to kind of actually listen to the music and dig for some cool stuff. And you guys got some cool stuff. Speaking of cool stuff, seems like Infinite Inferno is a crowd favorite at just about all your shows. Talk about the interaction between your fans, especially when you guys play that song.
It's one of the oldest songs we pushed. Did the video for that one quite some time ago, and that was the one we started to push. But as soon as we finished that song and got it out to everybody, everybody liked it. But we had already moved on to like more progressive style stuff, because that was kind of like one we just put for like radio friendly purposes, and then all of our other stuff we wanted to go beyond that and show what we can really do. So
But I will tell you what gets the crowd going though. It's the OAs in the song.
which really were not originally in the song, and then later on were added after listening to it. That's why it's important to record and play it in your vehicle and ride around and listen to it. I mean, if you're a musician, you know what I'm talking about. But nothing's better than like back in the day, I would burn CD, and CD is still the highest quality. You just put that in your CD player and just ride until you either hated it or loved it, or you came up with more stuff to add to it. And that's the beauty of it. And that's where you get the stuff like the ooh-ahs and all the extra little things. It's a perfect song.